you honey, Miss?
Huh?
Are you honey?
Yeah.
I like the song.
Oh, Lovey on Rose.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready?
No.
Not yet. Do not forget the rules. Do not forget your leading zeros. Drop your trailing zero. It's part of the do not use list. Okay. This helps us minimize or prevent medication errors. Who likes using ratio and proportion? Who knows dimensional analysis? Okay, who did chemistry? So those are the two foolproof ways of converting. I'd like you to stop multiplying and dividing. It's a very dangerous mistake. If you multiply when you have to divide and divide when you have to multiply. Again, underdose is just as bad as overdose. I passed the homework around. We have one more topic. Conversions, final one, of liquid. Household to metric, volume conversion. Anyone who's available, can somebody volunteer to erase the board, please, if you're done. Not Kathy, because she has really bad allergies too. Thanks, Justin. I see you.
I like the erasing point.
You like what?
I like erasing.
I know Kathy is the one who gets up, but no, not today. Justin too. It's nice enough. Oh wait, I gotta move.
The reason I have to do that is I can move, so I don't.
Maybe you got it. A lot of people got allergies. Ready? Again, keep all the zeros. You can stop at the number other than 0. Okay? Thank you. Are we ready? Okay. No, yes.
No.
I'm so tempted to say, put the times 1,000 on top, do the divided by 1,000 at the bottom, add this number of zeros, but I really don't want to do that because I still see like mistakes happen by multiplying and dividing. So let's just stick to ratio and proportion. Okay. Through the years, I've learned this. Because if it was just me, I'm just going to do multiply in my head and divide in my head. Okay. But I've seen students commit this mistake in the last 15 years. So foolproof, so we don't damage or hurt or kill anybody, use ratio and proportion or dimensional analysis. Who's done with in class, not homework? Okay, let's start. Steve, number 1, 7.75 mg to grams. Correct, or 0.008. Okay, who got this one? Hands up. Okay, next, Manny, 5.5 micrograms to grams. or 0.000006. And there. Okay. Maria, number 3. 7 kilograms to grams is 7,000. Oh, I was about to say use this box. 7,000. Like it's gone now. 7,000 grams. Correct. We ran out of black marker. I like it. Okay. 7,000 grams. Who got 7,000 grams? Hands up. Okay. Area number 4, 8.6 grams to milligrams. 8,600 milligrams. Who got that one? Hands up. Okay. Ashlyn, number 5, 5 milligrams to grams. Correct. 0.005 grams. Do not forget your leading zero. If it's just a 0.005, you're wrong. I'll mark you wrong. Okay. This is followed in practice and on the PTCE. Okay. Next one, number 6. T, 10 milligrams to micrograms is 10,000 horses. What's the unit? Micrograms. Talk to me in math, okay? Say the unit. 10,000 micrograms. Don't get used to having the units there, okay? Because if you just put 10,000 and my MCG is not there, I will mark you wrong. I want to see the units included, okay? Number 7, 6.6 milligrams to micrograms. Yami. Number 7, 6.6 milligrams to micrograms.
6,600.
6,600 flowers.
Micrograms.
Okay, number 8. 610 milligrams tie to grams. 0.61 grams. Okay, 0.61 grams. Number 9, 620 milligrams to grams Kelvin. Number 9. 6.2 what? Grams. Okay. We went from milligrams to grams. 6.2 grams. Number 10. 7.75 grams to milligrams. Everyone? Correct. 7,750 milligrams. Who got the first 10 correct? Okay. Moving on. Sam, number 11. 616 milligrams to grams. 0.6 or 0.616 grams or 0.62 grams. Remember, keep everything 2 decimal places or the hundredths place, except for temperature and except on this topic. Is that clear? Okay, because there's so many numbers here, right, that's involved. Number 12, Rennie, 2.2 grams to milligrams.
2,200 milligrams.
Correct, 2,200 milligrams. So far, we're not killing or hurting anybody right now. Good job. Number 13, 5 kilograms. Justin, 2 milligrams. 5 million milligrams, because it's 2 jumps from kilograms to grams, then grams to milligrams. Okay. Number 14, Jessica, 3,400 milligrams to grams. 3.4 grams. Number 15, Kathy.
4.6 kilograms.
Correct.
4.7.
Correct. 4,660 grams to kilograms can be 4.7 kilograms or 4.66 kilograms if we keep them all. Okay. Ashley, 500 grams to kilograms. 0.5 kilograms. You have to keep the leading zero. If it's just 0.5, I will mark you wrong. Do not forget the leading zero. Drop the trailing zero. It's part of the rules. Okay. Next one, 17. Josh, 17. 3.34 micrograms to milligrams. Correct. 0.00334 milligrams as well if you kept them all. Okay. Next one. What have I not called? Everybody. Steve, number 18. Correct. 8.8 micrograms to grams. That will be 2 jumps. From micrograms to milligrams, milligrams to grams. So it'll be 0 point and then 5 zeros, either a 9 or an 8.8. Is that clear? Number 19, 6.77 micrograms to grams. Ty. Correct. So it's going to be 0 point and then 5 zeros, either a 7 or a 67. Here's another with 2 jumps from micrograms to milligrams, milligrams to grams. It can be forwards or in reverse. Okay. Number 20, everyone, 7 grams to milligrams. Who got everything correct? We didn't kill anybody today. Thank God. Okay. Moving on. Next topic. Household to metric conversion volume. Okay. What is volume? Volume is a measurement of what? Liquid. Okay. So give me examples of dosage forms. You did compounding with me that are in liquid form.
Suspension.
Suspension. Thank you. Suspension is when there's a powder. Okay. Separate from a liquid. What's the auxiliary label we use in suspension? Shake well. Very good. Another liquid dosage form. Elixir. I heard elixir. Elixir is a, what's the combination?
Water.
Water and alcohol. So it's called a hydroalcoholic mixture. Very good. These are all showing up on the board exam. So I'm quizzing you all the time. Okay. Elixir is a hydroalcoholic mixture. So water and alcohol. It's another one. Tincture. What's a tincture? Can you describe tincture? I know. I talked to you about this in the herb store. Why? Remember? Okay. So tincture is when you use a part of the plant, where it's a root, a bark, a leaf, and then you extract the oils of that using alcohol or a solvent. That's a tincture. Okay. That's a tincture. Okay. Another one, but good for remembering that. Another one. Syrup. What's the combination of syrup?
Water and sugar.
Water and sugar. Syrup. Okay. What else? The easiest one. Solution. Okay. Solution doesn't separate. Okay. Even if you use a powder and a liquid, that powder should dissolve fully. It's just one phase. And this term shows up on the board exam. Homogeneous phase. Okay. Meaning there's only one phase. There's no separation. So if it's a suspension, there's a separation that becomes okay. These two show up on the PTCE. Okay. That's why we put the auxiliary label, shake well before using on suspensions. Okay. Your solution can be oral solution. It can be eye drops. It can be eardrops, right? Those are solutions. Okay. Is that clear? So now my next question is, what are the measurements of volume? Okay. For metric, yes. Household to metric.
We got
Over. Volume measurement. Okay. We got ml. We got ounce. Okay. What else? We got ml. We got ounce. We got teaspoon. We got tablespoon. Okay, let's do a couple of things. The most common one. So 1 ounce, which is OZ, is equivalent to 30 ml. To be exact, if you're talking to a chemist or a pharmacist, it's going to be 29.57 ml. This is the reason why your the conversion of your water bottle, if you calculate it just for fun, is not exactly 30. because we use 29.57. Another fun fact, a couple of fun facts. You two talking, huh? A couple of fun facts. Ounces, okay, abbreviated as OZ, can be both a measurement of weight and volume. Okay, weight and volume. Technically, back in the day, we use fluid ounces for liquid, and an ounce for solid, okay, or mass or weight. Okay. So now ounce is interchangeable volume and mass. Okay, at least in the US. Okay. But if you hear fluid ounces, that's talking about liquid. If you hear ounce, then you'll have to question, are we weighing mass or weight, or are we weighing volume or liquid? Is that clear? So just for information purposes, how I remember ounce in weight or mass is 16 ounces is 1 pound. This is so easy for me to remember. Like a water bottle. Not the fancy ones, like that one is big, right? Normal, like whatever, the not bougie ones, okay? What, where? Yeah, okay. So 16 ounces is 1 pound. And I always say this, yeah. Another life hack, if you're in a hotel, you forgot your sneakers, or you can't use the gym, or you just want to work out real quick in your room, do some weights. Each water bottle, not the fancy one, not the bougie one, is 1 pound. Okay, so you can tie multiple water bottles, because usually we have water bottles in our hotel room. You can tie multiple water bottles and use that as your weight. Each one is 1 pound. Okay, so that's how I remember this. 16 ounces is 1 pound. But going back here, technically, liquid is fluid, ounce is spelled as FLOZ. Okay. There's also another unit that I want you to remember. This is a symbol for ounce. So if you put an F in the front, it's fluid ounces. Okay. Do not mistake this for dram. Dram is spelled as DRACHM or DRAM. Okay. Or fluid dram. What's the difference? We don't use this very much anymore, okay? But what's the equivalent of this one? Say 1 dram is equivalent to about 3.69 ml. Okay. In the table, your conversion table that I gave you, go back to your clear sheet. There's a table there. 8 fluid drams is 1 fluid ounce. You see that? So the connection. I'm just showing you the symbol because it's very easily confused. Dram has just 1 squiggly. Ounce has 3. 1 or 2. This one has 3. Example. There's 2 bottles. Okay. They come with a symbol ounce and then Roman numeral XVI for this one. Okay. Just like grains is in the front and then your Roman numerals. Because these are old symbols, okay? So this one comes as ounce, symbol ounce, and then XVI. Let's review your Roman numerals. What's XVI? 16, which means this is a 16 ounce capacity. Okay, so if you are to compound something, maximum you can use this for is 16 ounces. You can pass it around. Okay, now let's convert 16 ounces to milliliters by using just 30. Okay, it's okay to use 30. Dimensional analysis would be 1 ounce is to 30 ml. Or ration proportion, since almost all of you, 90% of you like ration proportion, we do 1 ounce over 30 ml equals, what's on top? 16 ounces equal over X ml. Now I just validated that I have to multiply. So the answer is How much? I'm sorry.
480.
480 ml, which means the capacity of this bottle is 480 ml. Are you following? Okay, one more. Solve this. This has a symbol ounce and VIII. What is this equivalent to? 8. 8 what? 8 ounces. Now let's convert that to ml. I don't like you multiplying or dividing. Foolproof? Ratio and proportion dimensional analysis. So if we are to use ratio and proportion, this will be same. 1 ounce is to 30 ml. It equals 8 ounces is to X ml. By just setting this up, you validated that you have to multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. So it's 240 ml. See that? So the capacity of this bottle, if you are to compound something, okay, and it's less than 240 ml, you can use this bottle. Is that clear? Okay, moving on. Steve, you're raising your hand.
Yes,
What's up?
no offense.
Yes.
When you say, because it confuses me, okay?
Okay.
When you say don't multiply or divide, but when we do the ratio, we have to multiply or divide sometimes, so.
Yeah, what I'm saying is do not jump right away from 8 ounces. I'm going to divide or multiply because then you're guessing. Set it up first. Then when you do ratio and proportion, you cross multiply. You just validated that you have to multiply because anything divided by 1 is itself. You got that? Okay. What I don't want you to do is guessing whether to multiply and divide. And I've seen through the years, 15 years, trust me. Okay. Those who don't set it up this way first, either to check or after, okay, every now and then gets it wrong. Sam is really good in math. I think Jessica is really good in math too. But then there was one time they got one question wrong. Both of them. And they were shaking their heads and they were so disappointed and upset at themselves. And I asked them both, this is part of your class. Why? Why, Sam? Why'd you get that number wrong?
I think I multiplied instead of dividing.
She multiplied it in her head right away and then translated into the calculator instead of supposedly dividing. That was a dangerous mistake. That's an overdose, right? Okay, so set it up or you'll say, I'll multiply. But what you do? Double check. Set it up ratio and proportion. Oh, that was right. I'm supposed to multiply. What about you, Jessica? What was that mistake? I remember that. You're so upset because you could have gotten a perfect score. The first time she said she didn't do ratio and proportion to check or to set up. What did you do? You divided. She divided instead of multiply. Now, that's a lesson. That's why don't be mad at your mistakes. Our mistakes are there for a reason, to serve us lessons. I don't dwell on mistakes. Okay? That's it. It happened. You can't take it back, right? Learn from it. Yeah. We have a problem if we keep doing it. Right? Keep doing it, we have a problem. Okay, moving on. So we got an ounce. What's next for me? You said I can use teaspoon and tablespoonful. What are some more conversions? 1 teaspoon is equivalent to 5 ml. A couple of things. Teaspoon can be abbreviated as lowercase tsp or lowercase t. Okay. 1 teaspoon is 5 ml. What's next? 1 tablespoonful. So it can be TBSP lowercase, capital TBSP, capital T. Okay. So 1 tablespoonful is equivalent to 15 ml, which means how many teaspoonfuls are there in a tablespoonful? 3. You see that, right? Okay. There are a couple more things that show up on the PTCE every now and then. A gallon. A gallon is 3,785 ml. But if you forget this number, a gallon is about 4 liters. So that's how the quart came about. There are 4 quarts in a gallon. Are you following? So a gallon shows up every now and then in the PTCE. A cup, a pint, and a glass shows up. And all of those are on the table that I gave you. Know that a cup and a glass are exactly the same amount when it comes to mass. What is that? 1 cup and 1 glass is 8 ounces. Let's talk about pint. So there are 4 quarts in 1 pint. There are 4 quarts in 1 gallon, right? Which means, estimate a quart is how much? About 1 liter. Yeah. So some books will say 970, some books will say 900. That's why I said about 1 liter. If you are to make an educated guess and you forgot these numbers, use the whole numbers. Just like when I'm converting temperature in a different country, remember? They say I divided by 2 instead of 1.8 or multiply by 2 instead of 1.8. I'm getting close to how it feels, right? Okay. So this is how I make educated guess on test. A gallon has 4 quarts. I know that a gallon has about 4 liters if you forget 3,785 ml. So if a gallon has 4 quarts, a quart is about 1 liter. So it's 900 something ml. Okay, some books will say this exact amount, some books will say 973, some will say 980. Okay, this. But what about a pint? What's our equivalent from pint to gallon or pint to quart? It's in your table that I gave you. Because every now and then this shows up on the PTCE. How many quarts? 1 pint is in the table. You can do milliliters, but you can also do pint to quart. What was that? There you go. Because we're right here, right? We're on the 1 quart. So 1 quart is also equivalent to 2 pints. Okay. In ml, Jessica, since you started talking about it, the 960 is right here, remember? ml. It's a quart right here. 60 ml. What about the pint? Because if it's 2, then you have to divide this by 2. So what is it? 473 ml. You'll see some books say 480. They round it off. Okay. Is that clear? Every now and then it shows up. Every now and then it shows up. So it's good to know, right? But don't be confused by the cup and the glass. They're exactly the same 8 ounces. Okay. What we don't want to do anymore, okay, is for parents to get a teaspoon and dose their kids using the teaspoon that they got from the kitchen. Why? Some teaspoons are deep, some teaspoons are shallow, some teaspoons are wide, some teaspoons are narrow, just like people. Okay. Right? So we want to be accurate. Now, pharmaceutical companies include a dosing cup. Okay. And if they don't, which is very common in some drugs, please give them an oral syringe before you dispense their meds. The worst a parent can have is come home and not have anything to dose their kids, sick kids. So toss that oral syringes in the bag before you dispense them. Okay. Let's do some work in class and homework later on. Any questions on this? I think this is the most extensive I've done for this topic because I mentioned cup, I mentioned glass, I mentioned pint, and I mentioned gallon, which every now and then shows up on the PTCE. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Yes, Aaron.
Huh?
You said Miss Al. Oh, I thought you said Miss Al. That will be the last topic today. Okay, and then we start pharmacology after break. What time is it? 9:50. So we still have time to work on this. What's our next topic after this one for math? What do you think? We're done with conversions. So what's next? Math. You should know.
Oh,
After we finish all the conversions, what do I do next? Day supply and quantity to be dispensed. Right? But before that, because we're done with a major topic conversion, quiz first. Do you want the quiz now or do you want the quiz on Friday? While it's still fresh. Because I want to finish day supply and quantity to be dispensed on Friday. So that on Monday, we could start the business math. I mean, on Tuesday, because we're going to do a field trip on Monday. Tuesday, we start business math. And you can take that home with you to review while on break. Should we do the quiz now? We got 45 minutes after this. Quiz today, right?
No.
Yeah, quiz today is fresh.
There's no Friday.
let's do a vote.
Okay, so if we do a quiz on Friday, I'm scared that I'm going to run out of time finishing day supply and quantity to be dispensed. Now, come Tuesday, I won't be able to start business math, which you're going to have problems if you come back, when you come back the next year without having that intro to business math. At least you know what to study while you're on break. And that's why, if I were you, I'm actually giving you an option, but if I were you, I would take the quiz today. So you have that. Conversions. Just conversions. Just conversions. Okay?
Yes.
I'll give you time to answer this worksheet so I know you're on the same page. 9:20, we go over the answers. Okay, 9:20, and then we start quiz. I'll make copies. See you guys later.